Hi, everyone. I am Dyllan McGee. I'm the founder and executive producer of Makers. Coming to you live from Westchester, New York. If you've been watching a few of these, you may notice a new set, same room, different angle. I felt like if we're asking all of our makers to show us things in their houses, why shouldn't I be switching it up a little? Okay, today, I'm really excited for our makers at home today. We have a guest from an organization that is very near and dear to the maker's heart. Her name is Tai Dixon. She is the chief of staff at the Women's Prison Association, also known as the WPA. I first got to know the WPA through a friend of mine who's on their board, Tina Daniels, and I went to Tina because we were looking to profile a formerly incarcerated woman at our Makers Conference. I felt like it was a really important topic that we hadn't covered yet. And through the WPA, we got introduced to Sharon White-Hartigan, who spoke at our 2018 Makers Conference and blew us all away with her story of being a formerly incarcerated woman and then working, getting the services of the WPA and then working for the WPA and really rebuilding her life back. We were so inspired that Lori Bongiorno, our GM, and Abby Haglage, one of our senior writers, we all got together and decided we wanted to partake in an internship program that they had. And we brought one intern to Makers and to Yahoo, Camila Newton. And Camila, if you're watching, we love you so much. I mean, we struck gold. Camila came on as a writer. She's been writing articles for us for, I don't know, has it been maybe a year? Some of the top performing articles on Yahoo. She's brought her perspective, her energy, her brilliance. She's pregnant and about to have a baby. So it's been an extraordinary experience for us. Obviously, this is a tough time for the WPA and for so many not-for-profits. And we just wanted to take this opportunity to shine a light on the work they're doing and really support Tai and all the work she's doing. So let's bring her on. Tai, here we go. All right, now we're doing the real Tai. I don't know who the imposter Tai was, but I don't know who that was.
Hi, I don't know either. I'm like, no, I'm here.
Oh my gosh, Tai. Hi.
Hi.
It's so nice to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you too. Thank you so much for like championing us and like sharing your network of amazing women with us. We are like really lucky to have friends and makers and in you and yeah, I watched Katie Couric yesterday and I watched Ai-jen Poo and these have been a source of inspiration for me while I am home.
And I hope you're home with, I know you're home with a 4-year-old. Is that right? Show us.
Yes, I am. Hey, Sasha, would you like to be on Instagram Live?
Sasha.
This
Hi.
is Sasha. I'm not sure if you can see him. Oh, this is the moment that he would be shy, right? So in every single Zoom that I am on for work, he makes an appearance. His foot may make an appearance if he's doing like some kind of headstand next to me. So I'm sure he'll pop out at any moment.
Well, that's good. Well, we'll warm up.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you know, the whole point of these is to really hear about you and how you're coping and the 3 things that are getting you through. But of course, I really want everyone to know about the WPA. So maybe if you can just tell us a little bit about the WPA and what it is you do.
Yeah. So WPA is an organization that works with systems involve women at all stages. We promote alternatives to arrest and incarceration inside of jails and prisons. We are a source of support and a resource for women as they prepare for release. And then in our communities, women come to WPA for everything from housing to food pantry to job placement. And we pride ourselves on providing care to women and their families that is individualized, trauma-informed, and gender-specific to really everyone who comes into our care. Yeah. So that's what WPA does. And I am as the chief of staff, I am a strategic partner to Georgia Lerner, who is our Rockstar executive director.
We love Georgia.
We love Georgia, yeah, and so really partnering with her on new work, we are taking on the ambitious and really important work of making WPA a more equitable place for our staff, and so really looking at issues of diversity and equity and inclusion, both in how we relate to one another as staff, but in our work with clients to help understand who they are better and help support their needs better. So that's one of the big things we're doing.
About, I mean, I was sort of amazed to learn as we dove into this subject about there's been a real surge of women in prisons, hasn't there, over the past couple of years? And why am I right?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Yeah, I mean, so there are, mass incarceration has always been a public health crisis, I would say. And really there's been like an incredible increase when you look at the history of drug policy laws in the United States. Really what you have is you have women who are often criminalized for their survival. So women find themselves incarcerated or in prison for reasons that are far different than those of men. There he goes. So prior to incarceration, women are more likely than men to be survivors of violence and trauma, to be the sole caregivers of their children, to be managing mental health challenges, and a whole host of things. And what we find is that women are often criminalized for their survival, for making the best choice that they had in a moment that that presented with only impossible choices. And so yeah, I mean that,
and it's increasing. I mean, in like major
hundreds of percent.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, there is a history of systemic inequalities in the United States that have contributed to that increase over time. And also it is a system that disproportionately affects communities of color. And so what you have is like the perfect storm of opportunities for lower income communities who are, and women who are faced with very few choices, as I mentioned, out of good choices. And that's where you have, I mean, that
the good choices. That's where you just go, making choices for their families that feel like the only choices, and then look what happens. Well, you're getting, I mean, these comments, I mean, you're a power mom, your organization is so needed. I mean, so Tai, I mean, again, I want this whole thing to be a love fest around you and give you the support. But so tell us about, obviously you say, women of color are, disproportionately right now, we know, suffering in general. So I'm wondering how COVID has affected your population and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a good point. So COVID-19 has changed the work that we've done simply by forcing us to respond with very little information, similarly in the way that our clients do. And so, and I'll give you just an example very quickly. We had, sorry, Dyllan.
Don't worry.
We
can
had
take breaks.
Thanks. We had a woman who was recently released from Rikers Island. She has COVID-19. She was released at midnight without a phone, without a ride, without a place to stay. And where normally WPA has the time to put together resources and able to help women put together their plans for coming home, we aren't able to quickly respond in that way through this crisis.
Mommy, why watch? Don't just turn off.
Okay, yes. And so, and to your point about, communities of color being impacted by COVID-19, the truth remains that women in and out of prison are less likely to be paid attention to and taken seriously when they present with concerns about their health. And
answer, let him know whatever he needs.
Okay. He wants to watch TV.
I like most children right now.
I
Right?
know.
I want to watch TV.
Hey, Sasha, how about you give mommy just like 10 more minutes?
We'll be fast, Sasha.
Yeah, we'll be fast. Right. So, and that issue of being taken care and taken seriously when they present with health challenges just means that there's a greater population of women with perfectly treatable or preventable illnesses that will go untreated and undiagnosed for longer. And unfortunately, what you have with COVID-19 is a lot of these comorbidities, things like diabetes, heart disease, lung disease, are the very things that are making this virus pretty disastrous for communities of color. So, yeah.
So how can we help?
Yeah, so donate. So people can donate by going to WPAonline.org. And these donations are critical to us providing emergency services for women. Yeah. Women right now need safe housing. In some cases, we have paid for hotel rooms for homeless women or DV shelter, DV survivors who otherwise don't have a place to go. Technology is needed. So things like phones, laptops, iPads to stay connected with family, but also to stay connected with doctors. Right. Telemedicine is the way to go right now. We really don't need any people influx into our ERs at the moment. Yeah. And then beyond donating, people can call their governors to ask them to use their clemency power to release as many people as possible. So the immunocompromised, the elderly, people with little time remaining on their sentences. And then the other thing beyond donating is to champion that perspective in your own networks. So this idea that the health of the community equals the health of the incarcerated. I'm sorry, Dyllan.
Hi! Bring it in. Let's ask Sasha a question. Sasha.
Hey, Sasha. Dyllan would like to ask you a question. Yes. Would you like to come? He's quiet again now. Yeah, and really, if folks need inspiration on ways to participate and get involved, they can go to our website and our Instagram. I am here on our Instagram right now for regular calls to action that are easy to participate in and share with friends.
Great. Well, we want to. Okay, Sasha. Wait, we have a question for you.
Sasha, come. Dyllan has a question for you.
Okay, Sasha. Hi. First of all, Sasha, how old are you?
Hold on, I gotta take off the thank
Sasha? Oh. Sasha, how old are you?
Can you hear?
Are you 2?
4.
Oh, you're 4. And when you ask your mommy, can I watch TV? What TV show do you want to watch? And Darcy says hi, Sasha.
I choose something they want to watch.
What do you think?
I watch everything. I watch something I don't watch, and I watch something I don't watch.
And who has the coolest mom in the world?
What?
Who has the coolest mom in the world? She's pretty special, right?
Yeah. Guys.
So let me ask her a question. Sasha, what's both of you, Sasha and Tai, what's been getting you through? What are the 3 items that you've been sort of leaning on or focused in on?
Yeah. So, WPA turns 175 years old this year. Oh. And I have been reflecting a lot on that history. On the legacy of like rock star pioneers that we've had. Yep. And reading some of our archival materials, we have these matrons' diaries. They are logs of shelter directors kept to talk about the daily occurrences in our shelters. And you learn from reading those that our predecessors have gotten us through the Civil War, the 1918 flu pandemic, the Great Depression, like just so much and so
The
many
shoulders we stand on.
exactly. And I just take a different kind of comfort in that. You know, I in reading those stories of survival, I know that we will survive this pandemic as well. So that's one.
That's a good one.
Two, I think, is this new phase of motherhood, which is obviously very challenging. But, you know, I think there are so many reasons why Sasha believes and knows I'm a badass mommy.
Yes.
But
Hashtag badass mommy.
now he gets to see all the other ways I am a badass woman and really see that I'm showing up every day for our staff who are on the front lines, really working with the women and children who need us the most right now. So I love that because it's a really important image for a boy to have of his mom. So, you know, it's hard and I want to pull my hair out sometimes, but, you know, this too shall pass.
It shall.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing is a poem I wanted to read by Cleo Reed, but I think, you know, I wonder if Sasha will be quiet enough.
Oh, well, we could send it to our audience.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
We love Cleo Wade.
It's a poem by Cleo Reed, and it just really brings me peace. She's a great friend to WPA.
Yeah.
She just recently joined our board of directors, and she joins the ranks of, you know, all of the rock star current team we have. And I would love to share it with you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, you badass mom, you need to get back to mommying.
Yeah.
I just want to say to you and Sasha. Hi, Sasha. Hi. Hi, Sasha.
I just saw you again.
Again, I'm still here. I'm about to say goodbye, but one thing I want to say about your mommy, you know, mommy is amazing, and she's taking care of your staff and all the women that you're helping, Tai. We're so grateful that you're there. One of the best gifts that we can all give ourselves during this time is giving to others. So in any way that our audience can give to you, to the WPA, you know, again, whether that's a donation, whether that's, you know, trying to raise awareness around this topic, we're there for you. And I promise viewers of Makers at Women, you are all, you know, behind the causes that we care about. And we hope that you'll put your voice behind this because it's really the best gift we can give ourselves is giving back right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, I can't thank you enough for sharing this platform with WPA and giving us an opportunity to really share with you and for me to share the things that bring me comfort in this time. And I just, you know, I want to shout out all of our rockstar crew at WPA for really showing up every single day for our clients and for one another. It is really a great inspiration to me and helps me get through this challenging time.
Tai, you're amazing. Sasha, you're amazing. This is my favorite live so far. We're making it real. And thank you and for the amazing work you're doing. Lots of love to you. Mwah.
Dylan. Bye. Blue kisses.
Bye. Bye, Sasha. Bye, Sasha. Bye.
Bye.